Good afternoon, everybody. We are back. It's myself and Sheikhs Manqoba Ngwenya or Manqoba Sheikhs Ngwenya. Sheikhs, welcome to the show. Kindly greet the viewers this lunch hour.
Good day to our viewers out there, Brasobs, and thanks for having me on the show.
You know, football is teaching us something. You go to England, they're done. You go to Italy, they're done. You go to France, they're done. We are almost done. It's just unfortunately we were disturbed by, by rain and all that in KZN. But the good thing, the lesson that I want people to draw, this is for people's lives, all right? When you have a plan, the most important thing is to execute it, all right? Make sure that that plan is executed. You do it, done and dusted. I've heard people saying, how do I get a sponsor? Sponsorship sheikhs, they want stability. All right. That is why they don't allow, when they sponsor you, then your name is in the mud. All right. They run away. But there are exceptional cases. You find that the person, the name is in the mud, the sponsors still follow him. The reason why they do that, maybe whoever that they're following at that particular time, he's got huge numbers, all right? They capitalize, all right? But the majority of sponsors, if your name is dragged in the mud, they pull out with immediate effect. So the same with the program of football. You can't say, I'll start on the 15th of June, and then I'll finish the 14th of May. And you don't do that. They want you to complete. If you don't complete due to unforeseen circumstances, you must be able to give them a response and an alternative. That is why you saw the PSL quickly after the game of Orlando Pirates, Royal AM, they came up with a statement immediately after that to say very soon we'll be issuing out a statement. And then after finding out, then they said, these are the fixtures. That's what the sponsors want. You know what is that, Sheikhs? It's about responsibility, which is another R word. It's about responsibility. Sponsors want people to show that they are responsible. So this is a life lesson to people, ordinary people in the street, that once you have a program, let it be done. They're done and dusted, England, they've already done their awards. I'll be sharing who won the awards. Here at home, they've already lined up. They're going to do the awards. I don't know where they get me, Sheikhs.
Yes, I get you, Brasob.
Yeah, so it's very important for all and sundry people to check these little things, all right? I was talking to my niece the other day. I said, never, ever, in any stage, learn to postpone. All right? You postpone due to unexpected or inevitable. But in life, never, never, never postpone. Because get it this way, if you postpone, it adds to the schedule of the following day. Now, the schedule of the following day, it will be, a full, and you won't finish. So it's a lesson that people should learn. Never, at no stage, learn to postpone. Once you say, I want to do this, do it. Let it pass. All right? Once you postpone, you'll have a problem. I don't know whether you get it, Sheikhs.
No, I get it, Brasob.
Yeah. Now, this show, as much as a sports show, the purpose behind it is to teach people. All right? Because I'm for education. I want people to learn. All right? Because I see a lot of people, it's easy to postpone. I'll give you an example. When a person is sick, is very quick to say, you know what, I'm sick. You know, you sleep. All right? Robert Kiyosaki explains that as ill discipline. That when you're supposed to wake up at 6, you don't wake up. He says it's ill discipline. Do you understand? So the lesson out of all these leaks, it tells us that once you have a program, you must do it and complete it. And the sponsors are happy. And you can get whatever money that you want, as long as you do things the right way. They rather sacrifice a guy who promised that I'll bring 50,000 people, and you end up not bringing 50,000, you bring 100 people. They rather sacrifice that. They said, now at least he has done it. All right. That is why they work on a budget, yearly budget. And then come the new budget, they're working on the new budget. I don't know whether you get it. That's the plan. That's where most of our people are failing. Our people are failing to implement a plan. Firstly, they are unable to draw a plan. That's the first thing. If you don't have a plan, you have already planned to fail. And that's it. So that's the message that I wanted to share. Sheikhs, we are done at England. It was a roller coaster even there. Let's start in Italy. Did you look at the Italian league? It was bumper to bumper, neck to neck, AC Milan and Inter Milan, the old rivalry. And this is very good, man. AC Milan, what does that tell you? It tells about Abramovich. The guy is still playing. He has won another title. Sheikhs, I don't know whether you want to comment.
Yeah, it was beautiful scenes at the San Siro with the AC Milan winning the title once again after 11 years, you know, and coincidentally, that was the last time when Zlatan was there, when he won it, and then he wins it again now at the age that he's in now, you know, it's just unbelievable for his career. And yeah, and you saw him, the party animal that he is, the charisma that he has, the way he celebrated that, you know, only Zlatan can do it.
Yeah, no, you know what? Football, it's something else. Football is something else. It was nice seeing that. I'm told that Dybala is in Spain. I don't know whether he wants to join the Spanish teams. We'll see, you know, and then we'll see what's going to happen, how things are going to unfold. And then let's go to England. Do you want to say something about English League?
Yeah, Saubrey. We have to give it to Man City and Pep Guardiola for winning the title. It wasn't easy, as we witnessed there on the 75th minute. Man City were 2-0 down. And then 81st minute, they were 3-2 up. I mean, how unbelievable. What an emotional roller coaster it was there at the end. It's always, you know, that's why they always say English Premiership is one of the best leagues in the world, because it always gives us these exciting moments. We've seen it before with Roberto Mancini and Sergio Aguero in the last minutes there when they were competing against Man United, also leaving it up until right at the end. They did it again, 2-0 down, coming back to win 3-2. You know, giving Liverpool also giving Liverpool that hope that they can win it. But in the end, Pep Guardiola wins the league title again now for 4 times, I think, for Man City. And 93 points, Saubrey. One thing you have to understand between these teams, I mean, Liverpool, 92 points. They keep pushing each other to the limits. If you can go to leagues, like in the French league, for example, PSG, they don't reach 93 points. And they are playing in a league which has less competition than the likes of Man City and Liverpool. So when you look at the stats in that way, you'll realize that these teams are really giants, you know, to clock up 93 points in a season. Prasobs, are you there?
Sorry, I wasn't aware that I've muted myself. I'm saying, look, four Premier League titles in the last 5 years. That's Pep Guardiola. He has done extremely well. I don't know what's your take about this.
Yeah, definitely, Prasob. Pep Guardiola's right up there, the best manager in the world. His hunger, his passion for the game, you know, you can see he doesn't rest, you know, the emotions that were going through him after that final whistle, you saw him shedding a tear there, you know, what an achiever he is, you know, he's been in England now for a very short time, but you can see he's made his mark there, right behind Sir Alex Ferguson, and it only remains to be seen how long he stays in England, you know, because I believe he can still come up with more title shots, you know. Jurgen Klopp definitely also a top coach and doing well for Liverpool, you know. They will push each other all the way in England, you know. The Liverpool and Man City are going to be the top teams for a while there. It remains to be seen the Man United coach Tag, if he can come in and what wonders he can do for the team. But I think it will take some time before he reaches his standards, you know, because he still needs to sign the right players and do things the same way. So yeah, Pep, you have to give it to him, you know. The amount of points he gathers when he wins those leagues are what is more astonishing than anything.
Let's welcome Sbuza. Sbuza is an Arsenal fan. I want to hear from him. Sbuza, we are welcome to the show as an Arsenal fan. Sbuza, Arsenal, they failed to qualify for what you call the top four. So what's your take? How do you feel in general about the season of Arsenal this year? So if there is anything that you think, are you satisfied with the team? And you know, Shakes is also an Arsenal fan. So I've got both Arsenal guys here. yeah. So now, tell me, guys, what's your take about Arsenal, Sbuza?
Okay, thank you first of all, Mr. Shabra, for having me on the show. Well, I'd say for Arsenal, we really have had a mixed feeling. So if I look back at where we were probably 4 or 5 games into the season, I'd say we've made some progress. And as much as making top 4 is a bit of a pinch, which I think was self-inflicted, but overall, I think what Arteta has done with these young lads is quite, it's quite a good job. So I think the only thing we can do is just lift our chins up and look forward to next season. So I'm great what is done with the back line. I see we've got Gabriel there. They are very confident at the back. If everybody's fit there, Kieran Tierney, I'm confident with our back line from our defender. Ben White came in as a very good addition as their midfield. Pat has also been showing more of a leadership role as also assuming that defensive midfield. So I'd say in those respects we're good. Going forward, Odegaard's partnership with Martinelli on the left, Smith Rowe is there as well, and Saka is also very good. So those boys are actually creating an identity of how Arsenal plays. So I think after the Invincibles, we'd lost our identity as Arsenal. So you'd see an Arsenal team put to play, but that's not how we play. So now I'd say, but more or less of an identity. So if to add, I'd say we just need to bolster our forward attack, mainly a proper number 9. So I saw there was chit-chat about Gabriel Jesus, which I think is an experienced player. He's been playing for City, he's won the league right now. So I think he's the only person we're linked with who's got the experience, and I think he's a good box striker. He also has a good link-up play, so I think he'll be a good addition. I saw there's also rumors of Yuri Telemans. I think he's also good there in the midfield to help the boys. So I think he just needs to bolster here and there, and it's going to be good. So considering where we were, like you said, 3-4 games this season in Ghana, and where we ended, considering what's been happening, this has been a crazy season for all teams, I think. So yeah, I think so. Success Tuesday.
But look at it, as you see the log there, as I've shared it, you just lost. It's how many points? 2 points. 2 points, which is not bad. And then you have just been edged by Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur, they have been struggling to make top 4, but they have a very good coach in Conte. I love that guy.
So he also came in when Kane was low on confidence. Things were not going in for them, and he came, brought back the spirit. They still bring out the best in Harry Kane, but I think their jewel is Son. If Son wasn't there, I don't think with all those goal contributions that they'll be there. Hence, he's sharing the golden boot with Salah. So I think he's also been a key figure in Tottenham making it to Europe this season. Yeah.
Well, Shakes, we have been saying, but Sbuza will say it because he said it, to me, that, the mere fact that they did not qualify for top 4, they may not attract quality players. Harry Kane, I'm sure he's thrilled. Remember, Harry Kane has always wanted to play in the European Championship. So now he has qualified. So, Shakes, what's your take? Do you really think that if you were a boss of Arsenal, are you now starting to think this guy must go, let's get a new guy? Or what's your take?
Sbuza, well, first of all, welcome, Sbuza. Brian, me and you are in trouble here. Arsenal, Buffett. Anyway, Saubrey, there's a lot of good points. There's a lot of good that has happened this season. We didn't start off very well, like Sbuza said. When you looked at our first games, you think that here we go again. But Arteta, he managed to stabilize the ship, and put us to a flattering number 4, where now we thought we are going in the Champions League, but unfortunately, that roller coaster that we always get taken on with Arsenal, and then we are out of that Champions League, when really at the end we should have made it in there, those 2 games that cost us, just now before the Tottenham game, we should have won those games. But anyway, I don't think any panic buttons must be pressed. Arteta has done a good job considering what he had on the table, So I think, Arsenal should get that striker, that one striker, a couple of players, your holdings are, sometimes they are disappointing, man, but hopefully we can fight even harder next season.
Yeah, it's a very interesting. Sbuza and Shakes, you guys are Man United and Arsenal fans. Do you think there's anything that Arsenal has to do to lift up their chances for next season?
Well, on my side, I don't think they have to do much. They just need to actually keep a hold of this current crop of players for the next 3 seasons or so at least, and also bolster the side. So I'd love to see more competition for places. I like how Martinelli is now playing now. Smith Rowe cannot make that number. I like how also who's this Egyptian boy? He's also been playing very El Neni. They're offering a new contract. Yes, they're offering a new contract. So there's going to be a lot of competition. I want to see them competing in a lot of positions.
Shakes, anything that should be done?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with the coaching staff. I think Arteta must be given a chance. He's shown with the resources that he has that he can do something for us. You know, we need to bolster that squad. You know, there and there, get a few quality players, especially in the striking position. You know, and in our defense, we need that leader, man. We need that leader that to marshal that defense, you know, and control things. And then I believe that Arsenal will come right, you know, will come right. I think Arteta will make those right signings that we need in order for us to compete.
Me, I think there is still one thing that Arsenal has to do. I think they need to bring back Arsene Wenger in the technical arrangement. And that guy who used to work with him, I know the guy has retired, who used to be the chief scout. They need those two guys. That's me. Moreover, that Arteta and Wenger are in good terms, you know? So if they can do that, just like Man United, you know, Man United have done something that we don't know. Probably it's new, you know, football evolve all the time. Ragni is now a consultant. I've never heard that before. And we know that Alex Ferguson is still there. So what's your take about what I've said? Bring Arsene Wenger and that guy who used to be the chief scout, because that combination was good. Bring the two and see what can be done. If needs be, I would have even said, why don't you bring back Thierry Henry to the technical staff? I don't know. That's my argument. Do you agree, Shakes? Any one of you?
I'll give that one to Sbuza.
Sbuza, do you agree? I see.
I would say, I'm not too sure about bringing back all those old faces, you know, especially if what we're saying we're starting from scratch, more or less, you know, because in as much as Wenger was so influential in our success, I feel there's going to be a bit of a conflict in terms of old ideologies and new ideologies. It's good maybe them coming in a consultancy role once in a while. And also bringing in Thierry. Thierry is also very ambitious. He wants to go on his own management path. So him coming to be an assistant to Arteta, I think they've also got, I've seen him on some podcasts, he's also got different opinions as to how Arsenal should go, you know, go forward. So I think that would also cause a bit of an unrest in the camp, if you know what I mean, bringing in those old influential faces, because Thierry Henry, Arsene Wenger, those are already influential people. So in the camp already, that'll also make Arteta feel a bit inferior, because maybe the buck won't stop with him essentially as a manager. Because if Thierry starts putting opinions amongst the board or Arsene Wenger does that, that's caused a bit of unrest. So I think we should just have faith in him and how he's going with the process at the moment.
Do you think this thing of Man United will work, Ragni as a consultant? Shakes? Shakes, do you think it will work?
Yeah, Saubrey, me, I'm not a fan of these consultants because, you know, you just, you know, even Alex Ferguson, I believe now it's high time, you know, just give that person who's there on the helm the opportunity to do the job, you know, without any conflict. You know, I'm with Sbuza on this one as well. Arsene Wenger, as much as we respect him and he's done well for the team, but it's time for fresh ideas, for new ideas, you know. Let's see what Arteta can offer us. With the Spanish background, you know, he's put in those players who have that, you know, that the type of play that Arsenal can play, you know. Let's see what Arteta can do. I mean, he's just coming now, and we're not doing badly. Yes, we wanted to win the Champions League, but with the resources and everything, I think he's done well so far, and given a chance, he's going to show us more.
Now, I've just moved on. Finish the season on 23 goals and share the Premier League Golden Boot. Both son and Salah. And while we are still there, we have Shaulile with 22 goals. So he's not bad. He's just there, all right? But I think the Golden Boot, the European Golden Boot, it will go away with, I'm not sure about the ratings. Mbappe, he has scored 28, am I right? 28 goals. Remember, their goals count 1.5%, whereas in England, they count 2 points, which means here, if 23 goals is 46 points. And then, Mbappe, I don't know. What's your take, guys? Sbuza, do you want to say something?
I think, yeah, Mbappe will probably edge it on this one. I think so.
He's got 28.
But if I'm also, yeah, I think it's on 28. Yeah. So I think he'll edge it.
Let's 28 times 1.5. What is that? We can do the mathematics quickly. Let me check.
By 1.
Yeah, 28 by 1.5. 28 times 1.5. 42. No, they will beat him. Is that 42?
Yeah, they'll beat him.
Yeah, this guy
42,
is. Yeah, this guy is. And then in Italy, who's the top goal scorer? Are you telling me that Salah and Son are going to get the Golden Boot, the European Golden Boot?
I think they might just, because in Italy, I think the top goal scorer has got 35, if I'm not wrong. Yeah.
No. In Italy, it's also count 2. If he's 35, then he's at 70.
The 70. Oh yes.
That's 70. So, and then in Germany, they also count 2.
Bundes. Yeah, I think it's also 2 there as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. We'll watch the space. It's not interesting now, Golden Boot. They don't talk about it because Messi is not there, Ronaldo is not there.
Ronaldo is not there. Yeah. But I like, the comparison of Son and how Son got to his Golden Boot, because look at the players he had, how Tottenham were performing. And on his 23 goals, none of them were penalties. You see, so
yeah,
it's a bit of an interest.
Yeah. Shakes, what's your take?
Yeah, so definitely Son needs to be commended. I mean, 23 goals playing for a team like Tottenham, who was struggling the better part of this season, before Conte came in. And he's just been consistent, Son, and he doesn't necessarily get the service that the Mo Salahs get. And of course, he doesn't take the penalties, as Buza says, Same with Shalulile, also needs to be commended. 23 goals, no penalties. These guys are goal scoring machines. And well done to them. Well done.
Is that 23?
Is at 23.
That's good. That's good. It was interesting in England. Goalkeeper of the entire game.
Exactly. So last day, literally, they were playing for everything.
Yeah, Allison and Edison. So and the top teams. All right.
Yeah. So even Salah, I think last day Salah and Trent Alexander-Arnold were also playing for top assist of the season. Yeah. So
Salah,
I think there's a trend.
Guys, we need to be proud.
Trend,
yeah, we need to be proud of Salah, guys. When did we last have an African as a top goal scorer in England? Do you know any knowledge? I know Benny as the top goal scorer in Spain, and also what's his name? Samuel Eto'o in Spain. In England, have we ever had a player who's a top goal scorer there?
African, Not Salah, I'm not too sure. I think it's just Salah.
Salah's done it before, hasn't he?
Yeah, Salah's done it before. Drogba never did it. So it's only Salah.
It's only Salah.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. That's really interesting. If it's only Salah who has taken the Golden Boot. We know that in our country, the awards are coming. We'll be watching very closely. Guys, there's this guy from Europe. He's a journalist. Fabrizio Romano, very reliable journalist. He's got a lot of news to give. He says largely this guy is spot on. Tony Rudiger has signed for Real Madrid. All right. And if it comes from him, it's reliable. Okay. And this guy has never got it wrong in most cases. All right. And then Spuza, we'll need to excuse you. I know that you're going to write exams, so you can leave. Yeah, it's me and Shakes will have to go on. And then we know Spuza, bid them farewell.
Yes, but
Bid them farewell.
yeah, I say I know it was very lovely, and Shakes, I hope this is, you know what, we've always been hoping as Arsenal fans, especially in the transfer market. Transfer market, yeah. I just hope this time, you know, we don't leave it till this place. Remember, celebrated Draxler was coming for 15 years, nothing. Let's just hope now, whatever rumors we get, you know, decent players.
Yeah.
I don't see Fabrizio Romano speaking about Arsenal. He speaks about other teams. It looks like you guys are not signing.
I know, we'll see. Just one or two. Thanks a lot. Let me go fresh.
All right. What we know, Shakes, is what's named the number 9 is leaving. He says he wants to play Champions League. The French guy. What is his name again? He's leaving. I know. He said he's not going to renew the contract. So that's the news that we have with you guys as Arsenal. Kevin De Bruyne has confirmed, according to Romano, that he's staying at Man City. He's staying at Man City. He's going nowhere. That's where he wants to be. And then he says he still have 3 years there. So he's still going to sign. And then Eric Ten Hag, he says on Donny van de Beek, he said, I had a very good relationship. Of course, I'm looking forward to meet him again on the pitch. So it sounds good. And remember, he has already said he likes Ronaldo, which sounds very good for the Man United fans. And that Tottenham Hotspur, they said they will activate the £40 million obligation to buy Klo in the coming days for Cristiano Romero. What do you think about that, Cristiano Romero?
Yeah, quality player, and for Tottenham to be bidding for him it's good, you know, to bolster the squad. They will need to do that because you look at City. If they want to compete, you look at City. They've just won the league, but Haaland is coming in. You look at Liverpool, how solid they are. So for teams like Tottenham, if they want to compete, they have to go in the market and really buy players. Your Arsenals, your Man United, you know, it remains to be seen what they will do within the transfer market. We know Pogba is definitely leaving. There's a fallout there between Man United supporters and Pogba. You know, he will probably join his teammate Mbappe, who has decided to stay. I mean, how crazy is that, Saubrey? The amount of money and the power that they are giving to Mbappe, you know, I'm not surprised that he's not leaving PSG anymore with what they are offering him. So yeah, it's a crazy transfer window, and yeah, let's see what other surprises we're still going to see coming to the deadline.
Let me tell you, I saw it coming. Mbappe wouldn't leave. He has just said it, that who wants to leave when you have Messi in the team? He said, who doesn't want to play with Messi? He said, me playing with Messi, I've scored so many goals, so I still want to play with Messi. So he said that played a major role in his decision making. And he said he doesn't rule out to go to Real Madrid, but he still wants to enjoy playing with Lionel Messi. Luis Suarez was asked a question whether he's going to join Inter Miami together with Lionel Messi. He said, hopefully. You never know what happens. We have a great connection, meaning himself and Lionel Messi. He said Leo's contract extension with Barca was 100% done last August, but it was a shock. So he says anything can happen. Then Mbappe said, I talked to Liverpool. It's a favorite team for my mom. That is the reason why I spoke to them. I don't know why he loves them, but I spoke to them. He said he spoke to them, I think, about 3 times. And then Suarez continued to say, trust me, I have not yet decided where I'm going to play next season. I've received many proposals from Argentina, Brazil, Mexico. Everybody has approached me, but I still want to compete in Europe at competitive level. And then Mbappe says it was not only Madrid that I was talking to. I spoke to Madrid, I spoke to PSG, I spoke to Jurgen Klopp. So I spoke to a number of people. He said, I understand the Madrid fans are not happy, they are angry, but he said they'll get over it. You know what I see? Mbappe is want to spend the last year, Messi's going to spend there. And then after that 3 years, he's going to join Madrid. That's what I see. As I said, it is said Dybala is in Spain. We don't know whether he wants to join a team there. So we are watching very closely what's going to happen. So those are the news in Europe. And then, yeah, let's see. There's quite a lot to discuss. Let me check the other news that I need to share with you. Let's see. Okay, we've done this one of Klopp and top goal scorer and Premier League and goalkeeper of the year. Shakes, we haven't done much this year. This time. And then I think now I'm going to move straight to the Messi Special, of which I don't have much as far as Messi Special. What I want to share with you is, I want to share what Mbappe said, the reason why he decided to stay at Barcelona. He said, I stay because of Lionel Messi. This is it. I know my decision may upset Madrid fans, but I base my decision on my other factors. Messi is the question. Playing with Messi is not something that happens every day. He is the best in history, was also a key factor for my renewal. So that's it. I thought Mbappe doesn't like Messi, but I saw it. Who can want to leave when Messi's there, you know? So I don't know. Shakes, I don't know, you don't want me when I bring Ronaldo into the picture, but I see a lot of players talking about Messi, not Ronaldo. Somebody said, Shakes, Messi is the only player who doesn't say I'm the best. I don't know whether you know that. The rest, I'm the best, I'm the best. Who else lately who said he's the best? Messi is the only player who doesn't say I'm the best. He says I'm one of the boys, but I know my capabilities. So that's Lionel Messi. That's why I like this guy so much. This is my man. Shakes, do you want to say something?
Yeah, Prasad. Definitely, Mbappe is at the peak of his career now. Playing with Messi is probably a dream for every player, and to have a player of that stature, a player who's achieved so much in his football career, that arguably the greatest player of all time, you are playing alongside him. So obviously that's a factor in his decision making. Mbappe, playing around the greatest of all time.
Shakes, I don't know whether I managed to share this one. Do you see this one? Look at this list. Hat-trick without penalties. For Argentina, it's Aguero with 10, hat-trick. Lewandowski, 16. Suarez, 21. Ronaldo, 28. Messi, 41. And guess what? He's the only non-striker in the list.
Yeah.
During your time, you were a midfielder, but you're scoring goals. You see? So
you know what?
Yes, Sheikh.
Yeah, I'm saying it's phenomenal as a midfielder. You look at the other players that are there; they're all number 9s. They're all strikers. And Messi, with that 41 hat tricks, he's still the biggest assister of all of them. He's got the most assists there because of the way he plays. So definitely those stats, they stats don't lie. You just shows you what a phenomenal player he is.
That's the genius. That's the genius himself, Shakes. Whether you like it or not, I know people are angry at him. And then I just want to share this one because it's the end of the season, Shakes. I want to share what you call, just a minute, Shakes. I want to share Messi with his family. Can you be able to see this one, Shakes? Can you see this one?
Yeah, I can see the bit process.
Okay,
Yes.
let me redo it again. I wanted to share Lionel Messi with his family. Can you see this?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. You know what? I love this guy. I love this guy. There's so many lessons that I learned from this guy from a distance. I was one of those people very angry at Mbappe, Neymar, all the PSG players not passing him. But I saw him just continue with the business. Very few people can do that, Chase. Being Messi at his level, very few people can continue with business as if nothing happened, irrespective of the fact that I play with this guy. Neymar said he wants me to come. The next thing, he's so selfish. And when there's penalties, even if he knows that Messi needs to score, he will go penalties. The last game, when he played, I think a game before the last one, he had a chance to score hat-trick. He gave it to Mbappe so that Mbappe can beat Ben Yedder as a top goal scorer in France.
Yeah.
So there's a life lesson that we can learn here, that you are not just great by being selfish, all right? You can be great by also being generous. People have been arguing and say, Messi does not have leadership and all that. And I listened to the Argentinian players. They said, that guy, when he talks, everybody keeps mum. You can even hear the needle dropping down. That's the level of respect we have for him. So I don't know this argument of say, hey, you don't have to shout to be a leader. All right. So Shakes, I don't know what you want to say.
Yeah, brother. I mean, Messi has nothing to prove anymore, brother. He's done everything. He's got the most Ballon d'Ors, you know. I don't think he has anything to prove to the likes of Mbappe and Neymar. So, yeah, we've seen him even at Barcelona. He used to give Suarez the penalties sometimes, you know, because he's not chasing these records. He's not the type of player who has to score goals all the time to be the best, like Ronaldo. Ronaldo needs to score goals to be the best, you know. But Messi doesn't have to do that. I mean, he's got nothing to prove. He's shown he's got so many assists. And even now, when people think Messi is not really doing well, they must look at the stats and they will see that this man is always giving to the team. He's always giving a lot. You know, if you understand football, you have to love Messi.
You know, the one of Suarez that you mentioned, the big one, because he said, Shakes, he said right at the beginning of that season, he said, I want Suarez to win something. That's what he said. And he made it a point that Suarez take penalties and then win the golden boot. Remember, Suarez got one golden boot that he won with Liverpool. The second one is the one that Messi made it a point that he gets it. This guy, you know, you learn a lot from him just being at a distance. And there was this clip that I picked up where they say, watch Messi when he has a lady fan. You'll never see him hugging that lady fan. He hugs only his wife. These are life lessons, Shakes. And if you follow that, you'll see this guy is something else. And just beyond that, if you read his story and his wife, he started from childhood at the age of 12. These are some of the lessons that we need to learn to this date. For her, I mean, for him to go in Argentina, to bring this lady from Argentina to Spain, to stay with him till today. That's it. That's my genius, Shakes. I'm rubbing salt onto the wound. Shakes. I'm sure the Messi haters and Ronaldo fans, they don't like this show. But these are the facts. They are there. They can give us the contrary facts. I'll be happy to get that. Shakes, thank you very much. I really appreciate. Bid the viewers farewell.
Thanks, Pastor, for having me on the show. It's been a while and I enjoyed it. Thank you to our viewers for coming through, till we meet again.
Thank you, Shakes. Much appreciated. Hi, everybody. My name is the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe from the Big R or TBR Solution. One of the companies owned by TBR Solution is the Big R Financial Services, an authorized financial service provider. I'm sure you have noticed that the past few months or so, we've seen a lot of deaths, and those deaths are attributed to mental illness. Mental illness can be caused by anything, can be caused by stress, depression, and stress and depression can be caused by a number of things. Lack of finances, or financial problem, or social problem, or marital problem. So they cause all those problems. We in the financial sector, we see it almost now and again because we work with various organizations like GPF, Independent Fund Organization. But while I'm still there, let me stress, we don't have a formal relationship with GPF, but we work with them because most of our people are from there. Now, working with those people, you know very well that people who are working for the government, they're expected to retire at the age of 60 and above, right? If you retire earlier than that, then you are being penalized by GPF. And sometimes people say, no, I need money. So what do? They resign. They say, no, let the money go to my bank account. Once you do that, you are tax heavy. So you need to bear that in mind, okay? But now, let's say for argument's sake, you are 55 as we speak and above, and you are contemplating of either resigning or going on pension in the next 3 months or so, just drop us a WhatsApp so that we help you to expedite for your payment. Because according to the GPF rules and pension fund law, once a client or a member receive an SMS that they've received your forms, that means they have 60 days to complete the process. And mind you, the 60 days is a maximum. It doesn't mean it has to take 60 days. It's a maximum. Now, sometimes we see people that don't get their money for 2 to 3, 4, 5 months, 6 months, even more, or a year or so. And then there, the problem could emanate either from the GPF side, employer side, a member himself. So what do? We try to expedite that process by making sure that we understand the workings of GPF. If it's a member, we help him to do the right thing. The same with GPF, the same with employer organization. Now, remember, as I have already said, that with GPF, it's 60 and above. Now, and then we say if you're 55 or more, you can contact us. And another good element is this, with the fund that we are working with. There is a whole lot of flexibility. You can decide how much you earn. That's how flexible it is. And if, let's say, you pass on, you and your spouse, you can nominate anyone. You are not limited to your immediate family, like your biological children or an officially adopted children. Remember, even your children, they can benefit as long as they're 22 and below. But with us, it doesn't matter. They can be above 22, they can be your elders, or they will still benefit because you nominated them. And then we try by all means that when we take the money from GPF and invest with credible fund organization, we try by all means that you are least taxed, all right? And then, and even you are not punished because you are not taking the money, because you are taking to another fund. So which means an independent and credible fund. So it means that there's no need to tax you more. So those are some of the advantages that are there. So you need to bear that in mind. And then if you want to know more, just drop us a WhatsApp on our WhatsApp number. Then we'll call you back. You don't have to call us. We'll call you back and see how can we expedite it. I thank you.